This will do us, son, for the start.
Claiming you're going to pick up rubbish along a highway is like saying keep Australia beautiful. It's easier said than done. Working out how and actually doing it takes a lot more, and reminded Phil of his childhood days in Broken Hill, where he looked up to bushmen like Jack Absalom. Eventually Nick and Phil devised a novel way of avoiding too much doubling back with the truck. Enter one motorised push bike to help cover 50 kilometres a day. One man rides out 25 kilometres, stows the bike and leaves a marker ribbon on a white post. Armed with 40 onion bags, he then walks another 25 kilometres, filling the bags and tying markers along the way to show where they are.
Already done. Don't forget, mate, 12 k's leave water, 25 k's leave 4 bags and mark it. Okay. No problems. I'll see you later on anyway. Okay, let's walk. See you tonight.
Man 2 leaves the truck with his rubbish bags and does the same as he heads for the bike. Then he rides back to the truck and drives the whole 50 kilometres, stopping to pick up the bags, filled only with returnable and recyclable bottles and cans. From here, Phil and Nick are on their own. Months of preparation now turns to miles of desert and the long road ahead. It's harsh, desolate terrain on the fringe of the Simpson Desert. They're in the thick of it now, finally getting into the hard yakka they came here for.
Competition for work is tough, but I felt I had more than my fair share of knockbacks. I was sick to death of being unemployed. I felt worthless and a burden to myself and others, and my confidence and self-esteem was at an all-time low. I had to do something to break away from this downhill slide to the scrap heap. And here was the answer. Here was a chance to be self-employed for a while and be useful. And just think of the adventure of 2 months in the great Australian bush under the sun and the stars. A lot more healthy and exciting than getting up late and wasting time, trapped and confused at home. Sure, there were bound to be a few problems. Water, heat, and mile after mile, day after day. But this only made it more exciting.
Just like Phil, Nick, the younger of the two, has his doubts about the trek. Will they cover their costs? How will the bike, and for that matter, how will they stand up to it? It made them dry in the mouth and queasy.